My voiceover for this video dictates what images come up. Building, blender, burden. Just like my voiceover for this video, your voiceover for every life event leads to mental images that tell a story. Depending on which words you use to narrate your life, you'll create a story that will drive how happy you feel about it. Since your life narration is so important when it comes to being happier with your life, it's reasonable to consider having Morgan Freeman narrate your life. Morgan Freeman's narration is so incredible he could be reading the instruction manual to your blender and you would be totally captivated by it. Happiness is an important topic. I decided I was going to spare no expense with this video and hire Morgan Freeman to narrate it. Then I found out he's being paid $1 to $2 million to be the voice of Visa Debit Cards. At this time, Mr. Freeman's services are out of my price range, and realized the wiser thing to do is to improve my voiceover to narrate this video. One of the wisest things you can do to be happier with your life is to work on your narration voice. Not so much the sound, but more so your commentary for what happens in your life. Many of us react to what happens in our lives. When we react, it's a negative outlook on the situation. We hold the event up to how our life should ideally go, and when it doesn't live up to our expectations, it can rob us of our happiness. For example, let's say you go out running one morning and someone almost hits you with their car. It's your ninja-like acrobatics that help you come out of the situation without a scratch. But it's your voiceover of what happened to you that dictates how you'll feel. If you were to react to the situation, you would say something like this. How hard is it to drive and not hit people with your car? This driver could have killed me. All I want to do is go on a brisk run before I start my day without dying a gruesome death, but I guess that's asking for too much. Everyone needs to know what happened, and everyone needs to know how I feel about it. This reactionary narration, although completely normal and reasonable to many for the situation, is not the type of narration that can make you happier with your life. It does take transformation in your thinking, but you do have the ability to respond to what happens in your life. Responding is a positive outlook on the situation, because we don't hold the event up to how our life should ideally go, but instead focus on what to be grateful for about the situation, and take the time to realize that the situation could always be much worse. If we were to respond to almost getting hit by that car, we may say something like this. Wow, I could have just died, but here I am, standing without a scratch. I could have been paralyzed and never been able to run or even walk again. What a blessing this is. I didn't get hit by that car, and man, I have ninja-like reflexes that I never knew I had. It's normal to blame your circumstances or to blame other people for why you're not happy in life. But many times your circumstances and what other people do are outside your control. But we do always control our narration of our lives. We could react and narrate a story that makes us a victim and makes us feel hopeless for our lives getting better. Or we could respond and become skilled at finding hidden blessings, like our example of almost getting hit by that car. Visa's slogan is, "It's everywhere you want to be." But your narration is everywhere you want to be and everywhere you don't want to be. So you need to make sure your narration is not hindering your happiness. My friend, you may not have the voice of Morgan Freeman, and you may not have the money to pay for his narration services, but your narration is completely free and has the value to be the most valuable asset when it comes to being happier with your life. Voiceovers that react to life and illustrate the burdens in every situation has no value, but voiceovers that respond to life and illustrate the hidden blessings are truly priceless. Several years ago, I listened to a motivational tape from the late Zig Ziglar, and he taught me this valuable lesson on reacting and responding to life. And I'm tremendously grateful I took this lesson to heart, as it has transformed my thinking for the better. If you're looking for more videos to transform your thinking for the better, consider subscribing today and hitting the bell notification so you don't miss the newest video that uploads on Mondays. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.